We leave this evening as young adults, ready to take our place in a larger community. Although we may not act in such huge ways as the Kenyan tribe, John F. Kennedy once stated, "Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try." I stand before you humbled and thankful. Humbled by the talent sitting before me and thankful to have been a small part of it. I'd like to remind you, behind you are all your memories, before you all your dreams, around you all who love you, within you all you need. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness. Congratulations.
On behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to start by thanking everyone who has brought us to this moment. The school board, administrators, teachers, parents, and friends. We appreciate your support throughout our journey and devotion to our success as we continue on from Hollidaysburg Senior High. Class of 2019. Out of all of our achievements in the past 13 years, tonight may be the greatest. Not because we are graduating, but because the entire class is in the same place at the same time. I'm fairly sure that hasn't happened since the senioritis epidemic broke out. And for some of us, I think you know who I mean, that started sophomore year. It seemed relatives asking, "What are your plans after high school?" only rubbed salt in the wound. If I had a tiger stripe for every time I heard those words, I would have a backpack full of tiger stripes and as many chances to a wing-off as a vegetarian could want. I digress. Although I know you're all dying to get out of high school, move on to bigger and better things, and finally have the freedom of being away from home, my best piece of advice for you is to stop and appreciate where you are. You're fresh out of high school, surrounded by family and friends, and energized by the idea that you're a real adult. So much opportunity lies in front of us, yet we often choose to overlook it when gazing at the horizon. If we aren't careful, every possibly enjoyable moment from this summer will be spent wishing for the future to come sooner. Even worse, we could make a habit of this mentality. Instead, I encourage you to consciously live every moment to its fullest extent. This advice may sound general and cliche, but after spending what seems like our entire senior year setting our sights on where life will take us, we need to take time to be in the here and now, appreciating what small joys life presents. It's important to work towards your professional goals, but do not let them overtake today's excitement of living. Take your time and smell the flowers along the way. Embrace the opportunities that are unique to each stage of life. In high school, you have the freedom to drive anywhere, blasting music to your heart's content. In college, you can eat dining hall ice cream at any hour of the day without judgment. And as a parent, you can appreciate the brief time you spend with your children before they move into the world on their own. Once you exit each chapter of your life, these pleasantly simple chances either disappear or lose their thrill, so hold on to them while they last. Treasure life's ordinary moments because the little things are what bring genuine happiness. For most people, a happy life comes from the combination of many smiles, lots of laughter, and time spent with those they love. Those that find fulfillment in one big break are few and far between, so we should emphasize the importance of fleeting moments, treating life as a precious gift. My wish for each and every one of you is to be able to look back at the end of your life and confidently say you have no regrets, no missed opportunities, and no desire to redo a portion of your life. As Mae West once said, you only live once, but if you live it right, once is enough. Class of 2019. Enter the next step of your life with the intention to relish in every minute of it. Congratulations on coming this far, and good luck in where you go next. As we part, I leave you with these words. Life is short. Enjoy it.
Good evening, family, faculty, and fellow classmates. Well, we did it. We're finally graduating. So congratulations on making it, class of 2019. A few years ago, whenever I first entered high school, I never thought that I would be speaking at graduation and representing the GACTC students as a whole. What an honor to do so. My education at GACTC taught me a number of important lessons. Life lessons I'd like to share today. Number 1, follow your passions and talents. From the first time I can remember thinking about what I wanted to be when I grew up to now, I always knew that I didn't want to be cooped up inside. I grew up around construction and builders all my life, and my father is a local contractor in the area. From the time I was little to now, I was always a team to help. Whether it was working on a construction site, moving snow in a blizzard, or on a logging job in the heat of summer, I always wanted to be a part of it. Looking back on that now, I couldn't imagine growing up without all the knowledge and skills I gained through those experiences, not to mention the work ethic I achieved. When the opportunity to be a student at the GCTC came along, I jumped on it. I decided to start my journey by enrolling in the Interior Decorating and Finishing program for my 9th grade year, simply because it was the perfect fit for me, as I wanted to take up a program that involved construction as well as design. So I encourage everyone to find what you love, what fits you, even if it's not the same path as everyone else. Going to a technical school while going through high school was definitely an experience, to say the least. What other group of students can say that they have been in the same shop for 3 to 4 years? Being in a workplace environment taught us more than you think, which leads me to number 2, professional. It taught us to be professional and prepared for the world of work from day one. We were taught to put drama to the side and complete the given job, or leave it at the door, as my instructor, Mrs. Amy, would say. Number 3, just do it. We learned to figure things out on our own, even if that meant being thrown into the deep end of the pool. As Henry Ford once said, you can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. You have to get the work done, even if that means figuring out yourself. You will just learn more in the long run. Number 4, get along with people. Relationships matter. Unlike many other students, we were attending a school with a lot of kids that we didn't grow up with. We had to learn to socialize and interact on the spot. Little did we know we would be spending the next 3 to 4 years with them and collaborating on projects with them. So as I look back on my education, the CTC has been a very useful tool in shaping who we are going to be in the future. Technical education is a useful tool that so many traditional high school students miss out on. We have a knowledge that sets us apart from other students. Without a doubt, it is a unique way to learn while still in school. But, however, we will always have that trade to continue pursuing or to fall back on. Now, finally graduating from our programs, it really makes those 3 to 4 years that seem like forever well worth the effort and puts us ahead of the game. Looking back now on my own personal experience, I have never once second-guessed my decision to enroll. It's given me great opportunities like finishing off on the National Technical Honor Society, President of Students of Interior Design, Senior of the Year for my Interior Decorating and Finishing program, and a member officer and national competitor of Schools USA. So, congratulations, class of 2019. As we move forward, I encourage everyone to follow their dreams, leave the drama behind, work hard, and create new healthy relationships, whether you're going to school, to work, or into the military. Whether or not you are graduating today with a trade under your belt, this is quite the accomplishment, to say the least. I wish you the best of luck in whatever you're going to do. Thank you.
Excellent job, ladies. Good evening. Welcome parents, family members, friends, teachers, staff, administrators, and school board members. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Shoup, Mrs. Black, Mrs. McConnell, Mrs. Ott, and the maintenance and custodial staff for all of their behind-the-scenes work. Also, I want to thank Mr. Harrington and Mrs. Eckenrode and the senior high teachers and staff for all of their support throughout the year. At this time, I would like to ask the students whose name I call to please stand and remain standing. Joseph Black, Brady Hahn, Justin John, Alexander Long, Zachary Maturin, Darian Reynolds Sellers, Natalie Roop, Kayla Watson, Savannah West, and Aaron Woods. These are students who have committed to the military. Let's show these students how much we appreciate the service they have. Welcome, seniors. You made it. As you leave the senior high, I want to share with you 5 lessons in life people learn too late, according to Evan Carmichael. The first is, don't sleepwalk through life. You may not love school, you may not love your first job or even your second job, but get to the point in life where you love what you do. Getting up every morning and going to a job you like or that you love makes life so much more fulfilling. And as you go through life, wide awake, live life without fear. Face the things that you are afraid of, and you will realize that they aren't really that scary. Being afraid is natural, and in conquering those fears, you will gain the ability to do almost anything. But it is very important that while you accomplish your goals, you don't complain. Look at the important people in your lives and look at what you have, and you will realize that most of this is totally awesome. If you attack the world in a positive way, you have so many more possibilities. While exploring your possibilities, know your destination. While you have a clear destination, obstacles are easily overcome. Know the goals you want to accomplish. Know where you want to go, and the path to getting there is so much more obtainable. And always remember that above all, enjoy life. All 5 of these lessons, don't sleepwalk through life, live without fear, stop complaining, know your destination, and enjoy life are important. Approaching life with a positive attitude, enjoying life, and giving back to others will truly make life so much easier and so much more fulfilling for all of you. As I look at this class, as I look at all of you, I see students who don't sleepwalk through life, who conquer their fears, who have clear goals, who are positive, and who truly enjoy life. You have made a tremendous impact on this community, on the underclassmen, on the teachers and administrators, and on the school community. You have been a great class to work with. The fact that the majority of you showed up at 2 Saturday graduation practices, one being the day after the prom, however, I did promise to bring food for you, shows that you know how to make good choices and you know how to do the right thing. I see 271 students sitting in front of me with more talents than I can even imagine. Academically, musically, athletically, theatrically, and in your trade. Just this school year alone, some of you worked so hard to start the student store you named the Jungle. Some of you won district championships. Some of you have gone on to compete at the state level. Some of you performed at Carnegie Hall. Some of you directed and performed in plays. Some of you started your own business. And some of you have committed to serving our country. The list goes on and on. You have already accomplished so much. Thank you for what you have brought to my life in the years I have known you. I know each and every one of you will make the world a better place. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Families, friends, teachers, administrators, board of directors, and soon-to-be graduates. Before I begin my speech, I feel obligated to respond to some inaccurate information regarding the length of my graduation speech last year. Last year was a special year for the Gilday family, as our 3rd child, Mara, was among the graduates. I informed the graduating class of the long-established Superintendent Code of Ethics regarding the length of the superintendent's commencement speech. A normal speech is to be 5 minutes in length, and Dr. Letcher holds me to that. Section 502B of the code states that if a superintendent has a child in the graduating class, the time limit doubles to 10 minutes. Despite what others may say, the way that I remember it, the only reason my speech went over 10 minutes last year was because of the thunderous applause scattered throughout its inspirational delivery. Mates, with a speech that will no doubt be a lifelong memory that you all will cherish. Now, my graduation speeches are typically interactive, meaning I may ask you questions throughout the speech or at the conclusion to make sure that you get its meaning. Within my speech today, there is a metaphor. What is a metaphor? Seriously, your English teachers are here. Robert. A comparison, right. We're going to compare two things. Your future and the journey that lies before you. So, I'm going to take you back to 1976. It was a good year. 43 years ago. This is a time when many of your parents were young children, babies, or maybe not even born. Disco was king. Bell-bottoms and big hair were cool, and Jimmy Carter became president. There were no cell phones, personal computers, or internet. Career paths for most graduates were pretty limited and traditional. Common jobs for men during this time were manager, factory worker, carpenter, farmer. Women had entered the job market as secretaries, nurses, teachers, bookkeepers, and waitresses, but the opportunities remained limited for many, as only 48% of high school graduates went on to college. Most graduates followed a career path that was already traveled by a parent, friend, or relative. But in 1976, the world was about to change. Two college dropouts in California were choosing a different path. They both had an interest in computers, but a computer in 1976 was much too expensive for them to purchase. So they began tinkering in one of their parents' garages, first putting designs on paper because they could not afford the needed parts. They eventually saved enough money to construct their first computer, an Apple I, and sold it to a local store. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak did not follow a traditional path. They found interest in a new path, one that few had explored. They took a chance and blazed a new trail, and it made a difference in their lives as well as the lives of millions of others, and opened up countless new career paths for future graduates. Think different. Steve Jobs' story did not end there. By 1990, the personal computer market was flooded with competition. Apple was losing money, and Jobs, after being away from the company for a number of years, had returned and knew the company needed a new idea, a new path. In 1997, the company that was now Apple Corporation revealed a new advertising campaign simply titled, Think Different. The ads featured 20th century icons who looked at the world differently, blazed their own path, and changed the world. Like the Baptist minister who inspired millions with his dream of equality and advancement of civil rights through nonviolence and civil disobedience. Martin Luther King Jr. You wake up there. Or the singer-songwriter who in the 1960s, with songs such as Blowin' in the Wind and The Times They Are Changin', challenged the political and social status quo and became the voice of his generation. Bob Dylan. Or the American aviation pioneer who in 1932 became the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Amelia Earhart, you're waking up. Or the young boy who did not speak until he was 4 years old and did not read until he was 7, causing his teachers and parents to think he was mentally challenged, and later became a theoretical physicist, developed the theory of relativity, and is considered by many to epitomize the term genius. Albert Einstein, we have a very smart parent in his hands. These pioneers had the courage to blaze new paths and enable millions of others to do the same. Jobs and his company Apple lived by their slogan, releasing world-changing products. In 2001, they introduced a portable music player capable of storing thousands of songs and fitting into your pocket. The iPod. You're a star, Robert. Or a digital library that could be used to purchase and download multimedia music and video files. iTunes. Or in 2007, a smartphone with a touchscreen and Wi-Fi that would revolutionize an industry. The iPhone. All of these products were completely different than anything on the market at that time. Think different. Fast forward to 2019. You, soon-to-be graduates, stand at the threshold of a great new adventure. Your childhood path is behind you, and more than any other time in history, in the history of our nation, the paths that lie in front of you are limitless. You have all received a high-level and diversified education, one that was not available for the generations who came before you. The 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic, have been joined by the 4 C's of critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Memorization and hard work have taken a backseat to innovation and thinking outside the box. The question how by the question why. College is no longer the only path to success, nor is it a guarantee of it. Alternate paths such as community college, trade school, the military, or even a path of entrepreneurship and innovation can result in a successful future. Yes, the choices lie ahead are endless, and many of the paths have yet to be explored. You are all equipped with the skill of thinking differently. And many of you have already applied this skill and begun blazing your own trail as artists, entrepreneurs, engineers, musicians, inventors, carpenters, teachers, welders, or mechanics. You have work experience in your field, started your own business, and even performed concerts for 10,000 people. Class of 2019, you are ready to begin your journey down your own path. Some of you may not be sure which path to take, and for others, the adults in your life might question where you're going. But the path is now yours. And the path will no doubt be filled with difficult climbs and obstacles, but like Steve Jobs and the Think Different pioneers, you have the skill and courage to persevere and succeed in life. I leave you with a quote from Steve Jobs. When you grow up, you tend to get told the world is the way it is, and your job is just to live with it inside the world. Try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. That's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people who are no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. That's maybe the most important thing. It's to shake off this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just going to live in it versus embrace it, change it, improve it, and make your mark upon it. Continue to think different, class of 2019. Blaze your own trail and change the world. Good luck. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Dawn Garrity, President of the Hollidaysburg Area School District Foundation, to present the 2019 Educator of the Year and Impact Award.
Thank you, Dr. Gobet. Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2019. Each year, the Hollidaysburg Area School District Foundation awards tens of thousands of dollars in grant funding to educators in our district. Teacher-initiated venture grants and educator in residence grants allow us to invite world-renowned authors, artists, composers, and educators to our schools. We are honored to partner with our district, and we are committed to improving our students' educational experience from kindergarten until today, your graduation day. We believe in your potential, and we believe it takes a commitment from our community to provide new and innovative equipment, tools, experiences, and learning materials that lead to your classroom success. Our district relies heavily on our teachers. Lucky for us, we have some dedicated and inspiring teachers in our midst tonight. I would like to take a moment to honor and recognize the elementary and secondary educators of the year. The 2019 Elementary Educator of the Year is Jamie Hartline. Mr. Hartline is a 6th grade teacher at Frankstown. He has been employed by our district for 15 years. He leads and organizes the safety patrols. He sits on a number of important committees: the School Improvement Committee, the ESAP team, and the Safe Schools Committee. As one nominator wrote, Mr. Hartline has challenged my daughter through his high standards, his kindness, and firmness. Yet, he has taught her a love of math while significantly improving her ability. It is my pleasure to introduce our Elementary Educator of the Year, Mr. Jamie Hartline. The Secondary Educator of the Year is Miss Veronica Stern. Mrs. Stern has been an employee of our district for an impressive 32 years. She teaches French at the senior high. She was nominated for this honor by many colleagues, current and former students, and previous Educator of the Year award recipients. She is the chair of the Department of Foreign Languages and is named a favorite teacher by so many of her students. As one former student stated, Madame Stern is definitely the kindest, most thoughtful teacher I've encountered in high school. She was equally kind to every student and was sensitive to differences in learning. She was approachable, caring, and respectful toward both students and other teachers. Please help me to welcome our Secondary Teacher of the Year, Ms. Veronica Stern. This year, the School District Foundation has decided to implement the Impact Award. The Impact Award is to honor those dedicated support personnel, the secretaries, custodians, food service workers, paraprofessionals, teachers' aides, and others who have had a positive and lasting influence on our students. This year's primary Impact Award winner is Mrs. Angela Marks. Mrs. Marks has been with our district for 22 years. She is a paraprofessional at Foot of 10 Elementary. As one of her nominees stated, regardless of whether Angela was working with a kindergartner or a 6th grader, a high achiever or a special needs child, she treated them all with love and care and respect. She was truly placed on this earth to improve the lives of the thousands of children she's worked with during her career. Her impact extends beyond the classroom through her numerous interactions with parents and staff members alike. Please welcome me in honoring Mrs. Angela Marks. This year's Secondary Impact Award winner is Lori Capella. Lori has been employed with the district for 18 years. She works in the junior high and is a mental health and wellness professional who, in the words of one of her nominees, shows empathy, support, and material to many students she cares for every day. She acts from the heart without hesitation. I do not know of a better person within our district more worthy of this award. Please join me in honoring Mrs. Lori Capella. Congratulations. We're looking forward to great things from the class of 2019. Dr. Gobet.
Dr. Sommer, the members of the class of 2019 assembled here this evening have successfully completed the prescribed course of study for graduation from Hollidaysburg Area Senior High School. They have met the requirements of the Department of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and are entitled to receive a high school diploma. As Superintendent of Schools, it is my duty as well as my distinct pleasure to present the class of 2019 for graduation.
Abby Lynn Albright. Eliza Rose Albright. Bassett Ali. Scholar of Distinction, Rami Raha Akafaji. Noah James Anesky. Scholar of Distinction, Alexandria Belicia Auerbach. Scholar of Distinction, Alicia Brianna Auerbach. Scholar of Distinction, Adam Michael Baranek. Ethan Robert Barkley. Allison May Barley. Caleb Anthony Barnes. Keenan Michael Barnes. Scholar of Distinction, Shane William Barnes. Abigail Grace Baroner. Mitchell Ellen Barton. Owen Todd Batesel. Thaddeus James Bachman. Trenton Matthew Beck. Garrett David Bennett. Elliot Dennison Bernard. Justin Richard Best. Susanna Marie Biddle. Brianna May Black. Joseph Ellen Black. Nicholas Daniel Glazer. Mackenzie Paige Boland. Aiden Matthew Bouchard. Carrie Ariana Bauer. Benjamin Christopher Bowmaster. Samantha Dawn Brantner. Brooke Reagan Brynick. Sophia Elizabeth Brockman. Holly Harley Brown. Carson Tyler Bryan. Scholar of Distinction, Elise Sherry Brazana. Maya Nicole Burke. Ryan Shane Burkett. Scholar of Distinction, Robert Connor Fenton Burns. Haley Marie Butler. Madeline Marie Butters. Shannon Catherine Campbell. Gabriella Jade Cantos. Savannah Ray Chamberlain. Jaden Chase. Kristen Renee Cherry. Michaela Lynn Marie Cheslock. David Joseph Chesney. Gage Zachary Civils. Rachel Elizabeth Civils. Larry Moses Clark. Damian James Clapper. Faith Elizabeth Clausen. Abigail Mayer Clayton. Caden Scott Conaway. Sarah Ruth Cook. Riley Ray Crawford. Mackenzie Bella Cunningham. Ashton Thomas Curry. Wyatt Dale Curry. Eve Mercedes Davis. Anthony Shane D'Antonio. Janae Elise Delaramie Campbell. Augustus Thayer Dellinger. Ethan David Dempsey. Riley Elizabeth Dens. Haley Daylin Dibert. Scholar of Distinction, Caitlin Nicole Dill. Scholar of Distinction, Olivia Elizabeth DiPangrazio. Benjamin Keith Drass. Chloe Lynn Dunn. Tyler Michael Dvorsky. J.C. B. Eaton. Benjamin Joseph Eckert. Ashley Rain Ellingwood. Katrina Lynn Ellis. Madison Lynn Evans. Lindsay Noel Everett. Alicia Michelle Fagans. Carl Matthew Fairbaugh. Sheena Lynn Finnegan. Lee Ritchie Fink. Scholar of Distinction, Nathaniel Avery Fisher. Caitlin Nicole Fitzgerald. Oakley Cassidy Fox Kern. Darcy Ann Frazier. Jacob Michael Gallagher. Jared Scott Garth. Rebecca Joanne Gibbons. Teresa Mary Gilday. Grant Sherman Glass. Noah Shaw Gokenauer. Janessa Ann Goins. Abigail Tate Goodman. Zachary Stephen Grable. Scholar of Distinction, Aaliyah Ray Grove. Samuel Fletcher Haynes. Brittany Nicole Hamill. Abby Nicole Parker. Alora Quinn Hartman. John Richard Hartman. Shelby Quinn Hartman. Alyssa Paige Harvey. Jack Edward Hadachik. Brady Dominic Hahn. Hunter Thomas Heaton. Shayna Marie Housel. Sydney Elizabeth Housel. Thane Michael Perrin. Nathaniel Thomas Hibbs. Cody M. Hockenberry. Jacob Timothy Hollinshead. Gabriel Scott Hoover. Megan Mackenzie Houck. Noah Adam Houck. Trent Christian Howe. Joshua Warden Howes. Scholar of Distinction, Nathan Charles Howes. Richard Allen Heater II. Tessa Brooke Huff. Olivia Grace Hunter. Kylene Noel Iacchini. Kendrick Aaron Imler. Brock Douglas Urban. Robert Daniel Jenkins. Anna Michelle Jennings. Paige Marie Jodon. Justin Allen John. Aiden Chase Johnson. Christian Daniel Johnson. Olivia Grace Johnson. Sophia Lorden Kelly Riley. Helen Edward Kensinger. Ian Thomas Kephart. Aiden Michael Kleinhaus. Marlena Nicole Knob. Megan Elizabeth Cope. Hannah June Lang. Michaela Sierra Langenbacher. Elizabeth Rose Losinski. Brandon James Leamer. Alexander Joseph Lee. Ashley Nicole Linskold. Rachel Ann Lashinsky. Zachary David Littlehell. Alexander Jacob Long. Jack Mason Long. Tanner Dwayne Long. Drake Charles Luce. Joshua James Lauer. Noah Douglas Lubert. Maya Lynn Lutton. Noah Christopher Lynn. Kayla Rebecca Maynard. Tyler James Malad. Mitchell Tyler Martin. Joshua Brennan Martinek. Anthony Joseph Martinelli. Nicholas William Martino. Samuel Joseph Martinson. Sierra Lynn Marty. Zachary Edward Matron. Sierra Nicole McLean. Ethan Hawk McCready. Mason Cole McCready. And Josephine McGarvey. Michaela Lee McGill. Zachary Michael McKee. Devin Warren McMaster. Andrew Michael McMullen. Austin Stone Merritts. Samuel Matthew Meyerly. Ashlyn Nicole Miles. Nicholas Ryan Mills. Trevor James Mitchell. Trevor Stephen Morris. Aaron Michael Morse. Noah Anthony Moss. Amber Renee Munson. Scholar of Distinction, Maria Kathleen Murphy. Nathan John Nabowski. Christopher Lee Neff. Michaela Cheyenne Nelson. Andrew Newen. Hannah Jo Nyanko. Sarah Rose Ocker. Abraham William Unks. Erica Renee Orr. Jimmy Don Owens III. Joshua Michael Handel. Nicholas Michael Parisi. Brandon Edward Patz. Gage Gebhardt Paul. Kyla Ann Paul. Brianna Elizabeth Perrin. Kaylin Nicole Perrin. Laurel Diane Perry. Olivia Marie Petrolungo. Sydney Jade Pohar. Adam Thomas Kohler. Macy Jane Prosser. Deacon John Pugh. Darian Matthew Reynolds Sellers. Christopher Owen Richards. Nathan Christopher Ringkamp. Mackenzie Haley Rinker. Riley Hope Ritzko. Joshua Miles Rogers. Scholar of Distinction, John Bagnall Rose. Nicholas Austin Ross. Donna Ann Rossman. Peyton Nicole Ruggery. Madison Olivia Runk. Natalie Evelyn Roop. Ulysses Saldana. Claire Elizabeth Sauerland. Matthew Donovan Salzgiver. Brock Michael Schnars. Emily Elizabeth Schultz. Paige Jean Senny. Scholar of Distinction, Jacob Asher Sensenate. Samuel Anthony Cervello. Jenna Ray Sheets. Scholar of Distinction, Andrew Michael Simpson. Ellie Susan Sykes. Cheyenne Elizabeth Sykes. Mariah Nadine Skipper. Max Douglas Sloan. Adam Robert Smith. Alexa Danielle Smith. Bailey Donald Smith. Jasmine Marie Smith. Robert Lee Smith III. Scholar of Distinction, Brianna Lynn Snowberger. Alexandra Grace Snyder. Hannah Elizabeth Snyder. Kajul Mahani Suku. Evan Scott Soyson. Isaiah William Spade. Vincent Franklin Spallone. Alexander Lee Spitzer. Emily Lynn Stefanik. Alexis Harley Stevens. Colette Ida Stewart. Abigail Marie Strayer. Zachary Bryce Tobin. Luke R. Trump-Orr. Erin Elizabeth Barney. Lillian Grace Viega. Brady Keith Walters. Thane Allen Walters. Kayla Ann Watson. Faber Weekland. Alexander Shannon Wise. Sarah Elizabeth Wendell. Lawson David Wirtz. Savannah Ray West. Audrey Lynn Wesley. Erica Olivia Wilkie. Hannah Paige Wilkins. Kevin Connor Wilkins.
I don't think Missy had said nothing. She said something about having a bonfire.
We'll see.
I know I'm getting hungry.
Good job, Kevin.
I'm going to have to go get something.
Isaac Gabriel Wilkinson. Sierra Renee Wilt. Zachary Lynn Wilt. Aaron Gabriel Woods. Nicholas David Yingling. Savannah K. Yingling. Danny Jean Young. Nicholas James Young. Scott Poole Young. Dina Zaman. Sophie Zane. Congratulations to the class of 2019.
By the power vested in me as president of the Hollidaysburg Area School Board, it gives me great pleasure to declare the class of 2019 as graduates of the Hollidaysburg Area High School and alumni of the Hollidaysburg Area School District. Congratulations!